Welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Nilaus and this is episode 26. I can't believe we've already played 26 episodes and it has barely been, it's actually been exactly 1 month since the game was released. Now what kind of slacker attitude is this? Only 26 episodes in 20 or 30 days. No, it's February. In 28 days. Okay, and then 2 tutorials. There we go. So that's a video every day for this magnificent game. And thank you very much for following along. This is the way I do it because, well, it's fun, but also because there are a lot of people watching it. So thank you very much for following along. So I'm looking at this monstrosity. This is something we built like many weeks ago. This is organic crystal. And what we're going to do is we are going to need, either we're going to need what is actually 2.5 times this, or we're going to kind to find a better solution. So of course we're gonna find a better solution, but I thought it would be a great idea to start looking at this just to see how much better a solution there is out there. Well, the objective for today, last time in the previous one we did red science, and that means today we're gonna do yellow science. I of course also need to do the blue science at some point, but I think I'll combine it with some mass production at some point. It's the easiest one, so we'll take this one. This is the one that ran out before. So yellow science, I remember when we first built yellow science, it was incredibly difficult. And the difficulty did not come from the diamonds. They are quite easy. We just cover the diamonds first. They come from graphite, and graphite comes some coal. So just coal to graphite to diamonds, you're good. But the bigger issue is definitely this one. When you looked at it, you go like, oh, okay. So titanium crystal comes from titanium. That's okay, we can get that. That's just on any planet. We have tons and tons of titanium. This is one thing that I've noticed in the game. Titanium is way more abundant than it needs to be, or turn it the other way around, is not used for very much in high quantities. But that one, that's the real killer. Organic crystal. That meant we had to get plastic, which is again refined oil. We had to get more refined oil and then a bit of water. Water is easy, but the plastic is a difficult process in and of itself, because there you go, you get more energized graphite as well. And here, so this is getting these organic crystals is absolutely painful, and this is what you can see here. And this one is on a 6-second cycle, so that's also pretty crazy. So it goes like 1, 2, and then 6 the other way. So this thing is producing 12 per second. And if we want to make 30 of these per second, then I need 30 titanium crystals, and that means 30 titanium or organic crystals. Luckily, there is an alternative, and that alternative is the fact that you can actually find it out here. Whoa, look at the busyness here. I like that they're getting colored with whatever they're carrying. We need to go out, and find a location out here. I have already scouted one location. Didn't we go there just for a quick glance? Algo. There we go. This one has organic crystal simply as a mineable product. That is amazing. So we're gonna go there and simply mine the organic crystals, and then that's it. We just skip the plastic and graphite for the plastic, and the refined oil processing, all that stuff is skipped because we just mine the organic crystal. It's one of those things where if I have to sort of reflect on how I played this episode or this let's play, that would definitely be something that when you see you need organic crystal, don't ever start building it. Just maybe the first couple, but you go out here and you get those organic crystals immediately, if you have the option at least. So that's it, but I don't think you have it because you need warpers to go out there. Anyway, so we are going to jump out and we're going to find that algal. Oh wow, that algal planet is right there. So we're going to jump to that location, and when we're there, we are going to see what kind of planet it is, what planet we have option. We're now getting close to the algal system, so it's time to wake up and man the navigation. We can see that there are 4 planets, and let's get sort of inside the perimeter of some of them, and so we can look at the actual system here to see what it's like. First, we're going to look at the system to see if we have organic crystals. 4.7 million, so that's very nice. 4.7 million is definitely, if it was like, I don't know, if it's 1 million, then it would be like, man, it's gonna run out before we even set up shop here. But it also has crude, like a stupid amount of crude oil and lots of good things. It's also 4 planets, so yeah. This is a very boring planet with stone. Arid desert. Okay, a good wind ratio. Who would ever need wind at this point? Oh, here it is. This one has all the organic crystal. It's an oceanic jungle. So Algal 2 is our new takeaway thing. They've got some fire ice on this one. That's always nice. There's a lot of fire ice in the galaxy. And here is an ashen galisol. It has a bit of everything, but not really anything particularly important. So we are going to see if we can find the number 2. And it's actually kind of... Oh, look at that. You can see the lines here between our main hubs. That's Iota Corvi and Kappa Sagittari and Gidi Prime. And down here we have Anchor. Nice. Oh, there's Algal 2. Let's jump there. Did we jump? Nah, we want to see it just come into view. It's not that far away. Just bump up to maximum speed. Okay, I don't have the patience for this. And we are there. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful this planet is. It looks so good. Oh, I see organic crystals right up there. This planet is absolutely stunning, isn't it? Look at it. Num 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 num. Organic crystals. 2.2 million. So that means there will be 2 deposits. That's not much. Where are we on the planet? We are pretty close to the equator, I guess. Oh no, sorry, pretty close to our North Pole. Now, here is the part where I can already feel a disturbance in the force. And that's from you going like, no, don't destroy this beautiful planet. And I know. But, you know, there's also the part about, we gotta, oh, we forgot foundation. Well, that's actually a good thing, because then we get to actually build this as we want. Oh, and I also forgot power poles. I just forgot everything. Please let me have at least some of these. Okay, I do have some of these. Good. And that's gonna be here. And I'll get this one out to... Yeah, is that correct? No, it's totally not correct. That one. And then these 3. That one. Okay, so we're gonna build our hub around here. We have to build some things here. We have to establish it, because we're going to make stuff at this location. We can either bring the organic crystals out and then bring it back to some place with titanium, or we can bring titanium here. Although it would be more beneficial just mining this and taking it away, I think I'd like to build on this facility. There is another catch on this one. If we look at it, I just saw that this has 25 million coal, and that's a really easy way to also build the diamonds. So, you know, this one could make us crude oil. No, it could make us organic crystals, and it could make us diamonds. And then we just bring a bit of titanium, which we probably just could get some from somewhere else, or at least in the beginning, I think we'll just grab it from all the stuff we had. I'd like to start consuming the titanium we have back in the base. But yeah, 48 million titanium in this system. Where is that? That's 12 here, and this one has the majority, 28 million. So I could take Algal 3 if I wanted to. I don't think I want to. I think I want to get in here and build our hub. Oh, I'm stuck in all those damn trees. All that nature is just encroaching on me. Encroaching on my planetary or interplanetary logistics hubs. And that one's gonna be here. Yeah, let's plop those down, and then we can... you know what? Let me do this and start requesting some concrete. Let's get the whole thing set up. That's just a beautiful setup of the whole thing. I think I got a rhythm to it now that we can use. So So that's the construction of this. It takes, I can see now on my timer, it takes about 8 minutes, and I'm sure you can optimize it in different ways. But I think that if you get to a planet and you in 8 minutes can establish a hub, that means that you'll never have to worry about any supplies. I think that's a pretty good deal, don't you think? I think so. Right, so what we've done now is, well, we have then built our usual thing. I'm actually just, this is a call to action. I'd like to get a good name for this. So far I'm calling it like the polar hub, but some people have started calling it a temple, and I really like the fact that it's a temple, because this is kind of what we do to every planet that we get to. We build the temple, and we're thinking about sort of like the from Superman, like it's called is it called the Temple of Solitude, or the something of Solitude? The Superman's North Polar hub, that's called something of Solitude, right? So I'm kind of thinking the same way, except he doesn't have 8 suns, that puny alien. Right, so this is the next thing. We want to tab all of this beautiful organic crystal for us. So I'd like to get names for naming ideas, because it's a very characteristic thing that I do, and maybe it'll catch on. Maybe other people go like, ah, that's pretty cool. And then I'm also gonna make a tutorial for it sort of soon-ish, which is like the same as always. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I think I want, since this one is pretty critical, I think I actually want to put in a bit more effort to see if I can get more miners attached to this. I think that's gonna be, oops. Did you just put it down there? It's more important to get more miners at this point than it is to get better coverage, I think, because more miners means more throughput per second. And I don't care if I use how many I use. It's more important that we get but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that didn't change much, but it's enough for us to get started. And I am out of power poles, so this is the kind of thing, right? And also that's number 1, 2, 6. Then that one we definitely ran out. Oh, what's happening? Autosave. Yeah, autosave is getting kind of crazy. So for all the people who have been, where did they go? Oh, they went in here. Who've been sort of requesting that I build like the best, the biggest Dyson Sphere that is possible. Yeah, well, my save game is already at 120, and if you notice how I play, I put make quite a few saves. If you look at my stream, so it's probably not a good idea to just go absolutely crazy on save game size. I would imagine that they can do something about it later on, and it might just be something that's not really big priority for them at this moment. It is what it is. They save everything, and then maybe later on they'll find out like, okay, maybe we want to do something else. That looks like this is the next one. Yeah, so that's gonna be 1 F3 there, and then that's the F1 here. This is the middle one. We're not gonna build all of it. We just want to figure out, this is the level that I'm most interested in. This one, 1, 1, 2, 3. That can be 1, 1, 2, 3. That will be 1, and that means the next hub would be here. If we want to sort of follow our guiding thing here, yeah, that one. You know, it's really bothering me that there's so much nature on this planet. I don't know, so much nature here. But I will. I've heard cries and wails of anguish and about don't destroy the beautiful planet. So I'll try my very best to not destroy the planet. But we are here for industry. We're not here as sightseeing, so we do need to make sure that we have efficient industry. But you know, I'll not terraform the whole damn thing, right? That seems reasonable. Okay, so we hooked up the first one here, and this one will actually only be local because I don't want it to transport off the planet at this point. He said putting these in. No, don't do that. Yeah, I only want it local. Yeah. That makes sense, because I don't want it to be brought into somewhere. I don't think there will be anyone requesting it, but you know. Alright, let me just find the other one and hook that up so we can move on. Where is it? There it is. All the way down to the South Pole. So this is now the second one that's hooked up. Let's have a look at the production rate. So this is giving us 20 per second. That's not much. Is that? Oh, look at that. It's the other one just stalled because it got full because I'm too slow to build things. I deliberately built a very, very thin line of power poles down there. So we have now what we want. Yes. Okay. So the next part is figuring out a good place to build, and we may have to just expropriate some terrain. I think that would be a good idea. I think it's gonna be here. Yeah. And let's see, how much space do we need? We want to build it as close here so we only sort of destroy the planet from the North Pole and down, and not sort of everywhere at once. That's as close to environmentalist as we can get here. Yeah, that's actually the wrong one. I need to actually concrete it because we're building stuff. What we're going to build is the titanium. Oh, I can hear the screams of all you environmentalists out there. It's a resource planet. It's full of juicy resources. And this lake is just protected under a thin sheet of concrete. It will be protected down there. Good. Alright, that's a good location. We are going to set here. We are going to start this. Boom. Right, so what we want to make is titanium crystals. That means I'm going to need titanium. I'm going to need some crystals. That's how we make titanium crystals. This one is not going to be anything. Oh, can I do this? And you're going to get some warpers because you're definitely needing warpers. That one, that one. So this is ready. Oh, and we also need to bring the titanium crystals back in there. The icosahedrons. I think they're icosahedrons. So let's take a look at the design of this one so we get some kind of idea about what we want. This is a slow build, if I recall correctly. Let's see, 4 seconds. Okay, so so if this is 4 seconds, then if I build 10 in a row, then I make 15. What? If I okay, I was getting ahead of myself. If I make 10 in a row and then 4 rows, I think it's easy to make 4 rows here, right? Boom, 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 something like that. 4 rows. There's 2 inbounds, 1 outbound. The titanium is higher quantity, so it needs to go on the outside. I think that's how it's gonna be. Basically, we're gonna get an outside here. That one will be titanium. Yeah, and then we'll get the crystals and the titanium crystals out. We'll get another one, and then that comes into. Yeah, okay, this is actually already fitting pretty damn perfectly. Yeah, so the titanium crystals comes out here. That one, and this will be organic crystals coming on this side, and returning will be the titanium crystals, and then I'll get just on the outside here. Okay, this is actually really simple. So let's also see, this one is consuming, the highest quantity is the titanium. Titanium is being consumed at a rate of less than 1 per second, but it's going to be more than 1 per second when we multiply by the 1.5. So yeah, so if they say we have 4 of these, they will consume 3, and then it's going to be 4.5 being consumed. So 4 consumes 4.5. That means I can't make 30 in a row, but I could make 20 in a row. Yeah, that's probably how we're going to do it. 20 is the name of the game. This one is the inbound. Okay, or the. Wow, this I'm kind of surprised at how easy this turned out to be. Like how nice and sorted and optimized this actually was. All right, so inbound, and I'm gonna make sure that these are correct. This is in, this is out, this is in, this is out. And these are actually kind of different. In, out, in, out. All right, let's build this. 20 rows, 20 in a row, 4 rows. And that's it. So we have now built this. Very, very easy to build, actually. That was very nice. And we're going to get this from outside. So we are going to take... And that's going to be local demand, but no remote supply. This one will be both the remote inbounds and outbounds. This one will be... we'll just request all of it. No supplying. And this one, I can't do that, obviously. So... I'll do remote and let's see what goes out. Okay, one of these flew out, but that means 9 of them are coming from the supply side. Okay, that's pretty pretty handy. Look at that, coming in from this side, coming in from that side. We've now. Sorry that it's nighttime when just as we do this, but look at this. I really love when you see the sun shining underneath of the logistics towers. That's so cool. And let's see, what is the next thing we want? The next thing we want is to hook up like a few coal deposits. We have 25 million coal on this planet, so we don't really need all of it. But we do need to figure out where we want to make things. And yeah, I think it might just be on... Oh, there's some coal. So let's make it here. Let's do the same distance. Looks like it's a good enough place to be. That is not a fault line. That's a fault line, and that's how is that the same? Is it the same? No, it's not. Come on, drop down, and that one, and this one. And I'll get the other one. This is the second one of the 5 wide. Nope, it's not. It's the one that's much bigger. So this is the one actually that we have to do. This is it. I'll do this, and then we'll go back and take a look. And to see if things have come in. Yeah, so this is going to be our coal facility where we make diamonds. They are forever. This concrete will also be forever, so that's also good. Alright, let's go over and see if we've received anything. Oh yeah, we got titanium coming in, and we got titanium crystals coming out. That is super nice. Alright, titanium crystals are coming out. And they're not being requested. Please don't be requested anywhere. I'm not sure that they are. They might be. Damn it, they're being requested by something. That's probably yellow science back at our home planet. That's been like, oh, you know what? Suddenly there's a new supply. Damn. Alright, well that is what it is. We'll probably just saturate that soon enough. So let's go on with the coal mining. First thing we do is hook up a few coal miners. I don't think we need a lot. If we look at it, 1, 2, 3, that's 3 right close to where we want to be. That seems like a good idea to hook those up. I'm going to build this one here. This would be where we start making the diamonds. And we will see... let's see, this is the one that goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for sort of the meridians. That means this is a meridian as well. I'm gonna put it into not this tower. I really don't want to put it into this tower. It just doesn't make any sense to put it in that tower. So even though it's kind of illogical, then I want to take this one here. Yeah, we can skip me putting more miners down. So let's go back to the design instead. So I chose to only hook up these 3 locations here. I like that the looks of them from orbit. It looks like sort of like spiders or something like that. It looks really good. But I only took 3 of them, so no complaining from the environmentalists. We could also take that and that and that and that. There's so much coal on this one, but if I tap now 7.5 million, I think I'm good for a while. What we want to do is we want to now make diamonds. It's actually really nice to make all of it on one planet, and I think diamonds can be made sort of just directly in here. I think that would make a lot of sense to do that thing. So diamonds are very simple. They get coal, they get crushed into graphite, and the graphite get crushed into diamonds. That's it. I'm gonna get some of these, some of this. Yeah. And these ones will be diamonds. We'll have to figure out how fast, slow they are. Oh, by the way, there's also another diamond recipe. Where is that? That is from kimberlite. Yeah, but the kimberlite, I actually looked around in the galaxy, in the planets we had with kimberlite, and then we flew there, and then it was like, oh, it's 200,000. One of them was even 44,000, and I'm just not setting up a mining operation for this low quantity. Here we have 25 million. That means we're going to be lasting for quite a while, especially with some of our veins research as that gets going. So that's kind of why I'm going to go with this simple option. The kimberlite is easier because it's a 1-to-1. You take one kimberlite, becomes one diamond. That's very nice. Instead of being two coal becoming one graphite becoming one diamond. It's there's no doubt that it's easier, but on the other, it's not that much easier compared to us building something that is not really, well, sustainable, I guess would be I think. Okay, so how fast is it? Well, it's pretty slow, isn't it? It's also on a 1-to-1, so this one takes, oh, it's only 2 seconds. So I just need to make it 30 long, because then I have 30, that means one every 2 seconds, that's 15, and then another one for on both sides. So we need to make it 30 long, and then that's gonna be it. Okay, so how much is that? It's probably a bit further than this one, but it's actually really light on belts for once. There. Alright, so that's also going to be super easy, and we are there. And the thing is, we can actually use this. Oh, I should also always copy from the side. 1, 3, and you can see that if I use this, it will actually remember these inserters as well, or sorters. So you can actually copy stuff between 2 different locations. And I'm gonna figure out how much we need. Yep, let's go to this setting. That would be nice if this was toggleable easier. I know there's a mod for it, and I know a lot of people have mentioned it, but I don't want to add mods unless I absolutely have to. And the only one I absolutely have to is the copy inserter. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $26. You remind me of the 26, then we'll build this. So why am I not time-lapsing this? Because sometimes we want to build this together, and this is such a small build that we should build that and enjoy our time together. Here, that should be fine. 26, 27, 8, 9, 30. Goes here, and the return one is here. And so we just spam these down. I think this is so enjoyable, and something I talked about on stream that I think is super relevant is that when you design a game like this, I hope that the game designers are thinking about sort of what does gameplay feel like how much time are you spending on exploration, setting up infrastructure, designing new builds, and actually executing the designs. Primarily I want to focus on the topic of the design versus build conundrum, because if we compare different games, and if we compare Factorio and Satisfactory, that's obviously games that you want to compare. We can also throw in Oxygen Not Included in there, and then Dyson Sphere Program. Factorio, because of robots and blueprints, as soon as you've done the design, you basically instantly have all the build available, because you just stamp down more of the designs you just made, and then suddenly you have like 8-10 times as much. Satisfactory is the other way around. So once you've designed once, it takes exactly the same amount of time to build it the second time around. Did I just... Oh, okay, I thought I was getting myself into issues here. And can they reach this far? Yeah. So that's really I think an interesting thing that here. I really like, sometimes in Factorio, I feel that you don't sort of have time to really enjoy the design work because the build is so quick. I know it's like a silly thing to say, but it's but in this case, because I have to build this, I do the design up front, but the time it takes for me to build the design that's done now isn't actually very much, but it's long enough that I can enjoy the design I have. Of course, if I need to stamp down 10 of these, then yeah, then I'd like to probably have some better options. But so far, that's not what we want. Local demand, no supply, and that's it. We have diamonds now, because this is just a local inbound. Look at that, coming in fast from 3 locations, and they should be huffing and puffing all the way down. So I think that's something that as a game developer you have to think about. What is the time spent building versus designing versus exploration, and just to figure out if things match your expectation. If you want a heavy exploration game, if you want a heavy building game, then you gotta get it right. And I really love this balance. And maybe when we build like really big mega bases, at some point I'll scoff at my 30 per second and think that I can't believe I thought that was a mega base. That's when we'll build 300 per second or something to that effect. I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Then we have this, and let me just see if someone is actually picking up all the diamonds when they get up there. Because it's kind of annoying if they start stealing all of our stuff that we want to be sending to our science facility. It's probably gonna be stolen. Nope, not yet. Okay. What about the other one? Let's see if that has stabilized. Is that the one? Yes. Okay, so we have now 10,000 titanium crystals. What we're going to do is we're going to leave this beautiful planet. I mean, we barely made a mark on this planet. Barely made a mark. But we do have 30 titanium crystals and 30 diamonds here. And then it's time for us to go to the science facility and hook it up and just get that sorted. That is, do you remember the name? It's Gidi Prime. That's a neutron star. This is where we have our unipolar magnets. We are pretty far away from everything else. Still that one. I'll go. Where are they? Where's my star cluster? Oh, there it is. Gidi Prime. Look at that. I love that you can see them in space. Alright, let's see you guys there. And so we're coming up on Gidi Prime here. Is it Gidi Prime 2 or 1? I think it's 1. Can't remember. Well, it'll be pretty obvious when we see it. And there's our planet. It's the one. What? What is this? That looks weird. Who built that? Who the hell built this? What is this? I have no idea what this is. Huh. I must have been here like long ago. Look at that. That's so weird. That is so weird. Oh, I remember. Like my first trip into hyperspace, I landed at... I could not get all the way to... I can't remember where I wanted to go. Oh, there was Anchor Prime or Anchor System. I couldn't land there, so I had to find some kind of stopover. Ha! Interesting. So that stopover has been there for, I don't know, 100 hours, just waiting for someone to come by. It's like one of those outposts in the far north in Greenland, maybe also in Norway, where you just have food supplies in a hut. So if someone just staggers in there, there'll always be some supplies. And remember, the matches, don't let the matches be in the matchbox, because if you have frozen fingers, you can't open the matchbox. You gotta make sure that the matches are outside the matchbox. Very important. And this is it. Here we have our beautiful science facility. We have the red line. The thin red line here is keeping it up, and everything is running except for the yellow science. Look at that. So what we want to do is we want to go back here and request the things that we have just built so that we can start a production of yellow science and get that up and running. And we have everything here. It's going to be exciting just to hook it up. Boom and boom. Well, that was disappointing. Oh, because I said reply. Haha, supply. I was like, oh my god, what did I do wrong? No, here it is. Here it is. Look at that. Look at that. 10,000 of each coming inbound. It's going to take a while to get in here, but that's okay. We can look at the rest, and we should actually look at science in the meantime. What are the things that we'd like to get? Well, I'd like to get this one just to make them go a bit quicker. Also, this is really cheap. So right now, I think I basically want to get most of them up to 10. Just that seems like a good number. Get it up to 10 and then work from there. Then focus primarily... Yes. Oh, wow, this is cheap. This is cheap. Drone engine +3. That's it. It's kind of getting expensive. But the real one, the one that's the most valuable, is this one. The range utilization. This will continue to give a bonus. The other ones will at some point not really make a big difference. But this one we're down to 50.63%. And I've seen numerous comments about why this is broken, because if it's -6% and I have level 16, then it should be 0. No, that's not how it works. It's multiplicative, so every time I get an upgrade on this one, you take this number and multiply it by 0.96, and then you get the next level. So every time you get it, you will get a 6% improvement compared to where you are right now. So it's always valuable. It's always exactly as valuable as it comes in. And we already have this. So it's super valuable because you cut down by 6% compared to where you are now. So it's always equally valuable. But it's not sort of absolutely more the same valuable. Alright, it's gonna take some time for us to get this because there are a lot of towers and they need to fill up somehow some of these. Oh yeah, we did have sort of a bit running in the beginning where we requested things, so let's get these sorted in here. I think it's just random how they pick things up. And see, the outer lane runs faster than the inner lane. Oh, because it picks up faster from the inner lane, that's why. So less will move further down the line. But you can see it's gradually getting, it's actually already, it's getting all the way to the end. Just slowly. There, that's picking up a few things. And we can see here, this is where it has reached. That's a lot of yellow signs we get here. And you can see the yellow belt in the middle. It starts getting more and more full as we go along. And you can see all of this now. The belt is getting more and more full as it goes down here. And we're getting all the way to this location. Eventually it'll get all the way to the end. And then we'll have a full yellow line in here. That's looking so nice. I'm so happy about the science facility, and it's just a centerpiece of our build. The thing is though, there was a patch recently where it said if there is a graphical render if you have more than 2048 of the labs, and I was like, damn, that's a lot of labs. We counted it, and it's only 1170 labs here in this science facility. So I need to build it double to even experience that bug. This is one of the things that really I like about this, and it sends a good signal from the developers. If they fix a bug that can only be affecting 0.01% of players, you could also just go like, yeah, well, don't build to 2048 labs. No one in their right mind would do that. But they don't. They say, well, it's a bug, it should be fixed. So that's super impressive, I think. Super impressive that they're focusing on that. It looked like bees or wasps coming out here with the, or maybe it's a tiger with the yellow and black. So we are now getting just a bit. It's not getting as much as I'd like. Well, it is getting exactly what we would expect, right? If we look at the production on this planet, 3 is science. We are getting this one up here, structure matrix. Oh, let's look at the 1 minute cycle. This is approaching the 1800, which is the, come on, give us the 1800. It's so close to 1800, but it should be there, and it's not surprising. So now it's a bit higher. Yeah, I'm gonna call this 1800. If we get up to a 10-minute cycle, then I'm sure that it'll go much better. And down here by the white matrix, that's gonna take even longer time because all of the yellow signs have to sort of fill up all the towers. You can see that these towers are full. They've been sort of oversaturated, and only when they're saturated will the yellow signs keep going. But what we have now is we have a constant supply of yellow signs that gives us, this line is just going to continue to be a full line from now on until the end of time, or we've consumed 25 million coal. So that's that's going to be a long time where this is going to go. So one of the other ones will run out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the green one that will run out first. Let's see. Well, we still have built up a stockpile while building all of these things, but I think the green one is the one that will run out. And when the green one runs out, then before that, or maybe simultaneously with that, that's where we're going to build the green science. So we're slowly going to work our way towards the green science. If we just while looking at this beautiful thing, just talk a bit about what the green science is going to be, because the green science is going to be a super long process. The graviton lenses here, they require diamonds, so we need more diamonds. Not a big deal. Remember also, since I get 2 green cubes for this one, so we only need 15 of each per second. So it's not actually that bad. Over here on the quantum chips, you can see it's 2 processors per quantum chip. So that means we're actually going to need 30 processors per second. It's not a problem. It's just a build, and then some plane filters as well. But over here, this might be the biggest issue. We need 15 of the lenses per second, and that means I need 15 of the strange matter per second. The strange matter comes from, that means I need 30 of the particle containers. So that means we're going to continue out there into the wild or into the wilderness there to get some more unipolar magnets. We might even need to go to the other end of the galaxy to go to the what's it called? To go to the black hole just to get some. That would be cool. We went to the black hole just for a short trip when we got our power or our warp speed, but we might go there and actually build something there and queue all the requests to build a Dyson Sphere around the black hole. Maybe, you never know. But this is the best. This unipolar magnet is the best part. Is the best rare resource, and the second best rare resource is the organic crystal. It saves so many steps to the process. Right, so looks like we are good to go. We have the science operational. Is of course not as fast yet because it's still filling up these towers. Every single tower needs to be full before it actually continues here, or before it actually delivers a full build. But this is definitely, it's more than half a build, I would say. Let's look at it here. Yeah, it's more than half a build. It needs to get up to 1800, then it's full. That's pretty good. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you are enjoying this series, and I hope that you're enjoying the sort of the transition from sort of the unlocking science to now going, how do we build things the most efficient, and how do we sort of build a large scale facility for each of those. If you have ideas for what we want to do beyond the industrial scale of the other sciences, then let me know, because I'd really like to know good ideas for what we should do in terms of this game. I'd also like to do tutorials, so be sure to also mention some good ideas for tutorials. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit the like button, or not, and subscribe if you want to keep up with more of the content here on the channel. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay effective.